Have you ever noticed that the more you chase someone, the further they run? The more you try to explain yourself, the less they listen. And the moment you go silent, they can't sleep. Today, I'm going to show you why walking away holds more power than 1,000 words ever could. When a relationship ends or you face rejection, something inside you breaks. You lie awake at night, replaying every conversation, every moment, searching for where it all went wrong. Your mind becomes a prison of one question. Why? You start blaming yourself. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe I wasn't enough. You analyze every text, every look, every silence. And the most dangerous part? You start believing you weren't good enough. This pain is real. If you're feeling it right now, it doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you're human. But in this pain, people make one fatal mistake. They become desperate to get that person back. They start texting constantly, calling at odd hours, trying to explain themselves over and over, apologizing for things that weren't even their fault. And you know what happens? That person pulls even further away. Why? Because the psychology is simple. When you chase someone, you send them a message that you have no value, that you're incomplete without them, that you need them but they don't need you. And that destroys any attraction that might have existed. Understand this. There's a massive difference between respect and desperation. When you approach someone with respect, you carry confidence. You know your worth. But when you're desperate, the other person feels validated in their decision to leave you. Their ego inflates. They think, look how much they're suffering without me. And that's the moment you lose completely. Let me explain a psychological principle that's devastatingly effective in relationships. It's called the Scarcity Principle. It means that anything easily available loses value, and anything rare or hard to obtain becomes precious. Think about it simply. Water runs from your tap every day. You waste it. You don't value it. But if the water stopped for 3 days, that same water would become the most valuable thing in your life. This exact principle applies to relationships. When you're always available, always texting, always explaining yourself, your value in their eyes disappears. But when you vanish, when you go silent, a void forms in their mind. That's when they realize something is missing. And that realization is more powerful than anything you could have said. So what's the real power? Walking away. No explanations, no arguments, no long emotional messages. Just silence, distance. And that silence speaks louder than any confrontation ever could. When you go silent, a strange curiosity enters their mind. They start wondering, why is this person suddenly so calm? What happened to them? They were trying so hard before. Why did they stop? This discomfort eats at them from the inside. And that's where the power shifts. See, as long as you were chasing, they had control. But the moment you stopped, now they're thinking. Now their ego is bruised. Because the human ego cannot tolerate being ignored, especially by someone who used to chase them. And that's where attraction can rebuild itself, because now they see that you're okay without them, that your world doesn't revolve around them, and that creates attraction. But here's something critical you need to understand. Walking away doesn't mean revenge. It doesn't mean hate. Many people make this mistake. They think, I'll show them, I'll make them suffer. No, that's the wrong approach. Detachment means you chose your peace. You chose your self-respect. You decided that your value won't depend on someone else's validation. This isn't hate. This is an emotional boundary. You don't hate them. You simply accept that if someone doesn't want you, you can't force them, and you're strong enough to be okay without them. This is silent strength, and it's the most attractive quality there is. Now let's talk about emotional control. The most powerful person in any room isn't the one who talks the most. The most powerful person is the one who can control their emotions, the one who maintains their dignity in every situation. There's a huge difference between a reaction and a response. A reaction happens when your emotions control you, when you send angry texts, when you call them crying, when you beg. That's a reaction, and it makes you look weak. But a response happens when you consciously decide what to do, when you understand your emotions, feel them, but don't let them control you, when you calmly decide your next move. That's a response, and that's what makes you powerful. Calm people appear powerful for this reason. They don't waste energy trying to explain themselves. They know their worth, and they also know that someone who doesn't see their value isn't worth convincing. Now understand why they regret losing you. When you move on, when you focus on your own life, when you start appearing happy, doubt enters their mind. They think, did I make the wrong decision? Did I lose someone valuable? And that doubt slowly turns into regret, especially when they see you growing without them, that you're strong, that you built your life. That's when they realize what they lost. But here's the most important part. Whether they come back or not, you still win. Because you didn't lose yourself. You kept your dignity. You maintained your self-respect. And that matters more than any relationship. Because in the end, self-respect is the greatest form of attraction. A person who respects themselves commands respect from the world. And a person who knows their value doesn't need anyone else's validation. There's a vast difference between begging and dignity. Begging makes you small, but dignity makes you unshakable. And people are drawn to those who stand firm in their dignity. Those who have the courage to say, I am complete without you. So if you're going through this pain right now, remember this. Your power isn't in yelling, it's in your silence. Your power isn't in explaining, it's in walking away. Your power isn't in bringing them back, it's in bringing yourself back. And when you do that, either they'll come back filled with regret, or you'll become so strong that you won't need them anymore. Either way, you win. If this video felt like it was made for you, subscribe to The Subconscious Lens. Because here, we talk about the psychological truths no one else does. And in the comments, write, I am walking away. This isn't just a sentence, this is your decision, proof of your strength. So write it and show that you've chosen yourself.